this inside.
Good evening. Welcome back to the Mancunian way. Hope you are all well. Yeah, Manchester City 8, Salford 0. What a game. What a performance. And yeah, also the breaking news this evening is Kyle Walker is likely to be leaving the club this month. He has asked to leave. We'll get into that as well. Pat will be joining us soon. Let's just see some hellos and then we'll get going. Let's look at it. FIFA's in the house. Hello, how are you, mate? Buzzing. I called the hat trick. Yeah, but you're not going to like what I say about his overall performance. Got the title isn't McAtee Masterclass, but it was at Masterclass. Huge credits to Jack, Doku, and Bremer. Yep, welcome all. If you're here, Short Shop, thank you so much, mate. We are getting there. Give Edison captain said, no chance, mate. Big up Martin, the panel in the chat. 3 wins in a row, 14 goals scored. Nice to see he's on the up, but a long way to go. Thank you, Carl Walker, for everything. Cheers, mate. Magic McAtee, are you on the McAtee train tonight? Are you on the McAtee train? Yes. No, my lifetime pod, go and show my Lord love. City Luke TV, all the descriptions are down there. I don't know where Pat is. 442, no chance. Yes, everyone smashed the like stars. Hello, Luke Raid. I know Luke has sent them all over. Hope you all enjoyed City Luke TV. Yo, says Tom. Yeah, say hello to each other, by the way. And if anyone does gift memberships, don't forget to say a massive thank you to them. Hello, treble winners and 4-peat champs. What a game to witness in person. I hope you had a lovely time, DC. I'm ignoring him because he's in the background being a total and utter wanker. Great game today. He's in the naughty step, is Pat. Naughty step. Yes, all good. Liking it. Mamouche looked like it done. Yes, and then get Hayes or Victor Hayes, and then get him in January and do the full centre back again. Edison captain, he can't even get in the team. Nope. Ortega will be back in on Tuesday. Diaz captain, hopefully. Well, we'll get into that as we're going. We'll start with the Salford stuff, then we'll come to the Walker stuff. I don't want to do it arse backwards, so I want to talk about 8-0 because 8-0 needs to be talked about. Who will be on tonight's like surprise? Haley, everyone. Edison been injured? No, he hasn't. DC with thermals on. Who's next on the captain's list? Kevin or Ruben? That's the next captain. We'll talk about that as well when we go through the Kyle Walker stuff. Hello, Connor. Hello, Kathy. How are you? Dash, as you know, is with us. Andy Fowler is with us. He's been a legend. Hope he get all the credit he deserves. Yes, we'll talk about that as well. Big up everyone in the chat. Having a great evening. Said has asked to leave. Yes, he has. He has asked to leave. I have Ruben Rodriguez, the first two captains. KDB, I think, will be the captain for the remainder of the season. Time Walker did leave. He's not good enough. Plain and simply should be in the MLS. Listen, talk about his football ability, but we need to big up a club legend tonight. An absolute club legend. Told me what he told me. Because it only started coming out this morning, mate. You got the score right. Oh, right, okay. Now I get you. Jellyfish pop, but sure what we achieve. Surprise Walker not going to Sheffield United. Why? So the English media can hound him some more. Agreed, even though Walker was bad, the fans should not have treated him this badly, and he's had to leave because I think it's so wrong. Yep. He's been hounded out more. Hello, Alec. How are you, mate? Docu was cooking. Docu was amazing today. Sat Giggs. No, keep Giggs. Keep him. I do respect Walker, but he's always been a weak link. He was all used to get speedy wingers. He had for nothing else. No, he didn't. He was a great defender as well. Go back and watch him when he first signed for City, mate. He was amazing. Hope you got over the flu well. John is with us. Docu was okay. Maxi was my man of the match. McAtee, man of the match. Wow. I'll be straight with you. I thought it was garbage first half. I'm gonna be honest. Sad about Dean Winders suffering dementia. Yep. Trust me, that is really, really bad. Really, really bad. I know. Sad to see Walker go like this. Spot on. Hello, Pardo Oaks. O'Reilly, man of the match. We're going to talk about all that as well because we need to be careful now what we're going to do moving forward because I know what everyone's going to do. Yes, we have. That's already done, mate, and Mamouche is 99% done as well. James McAtee needs 1 minute in the Premier League. For who, though? This is what we're going to come on to in a minute. We're going to come on to for who? Because this is what everyone's going to do now. McAtee and O'Reilly should all get minutes. Then what you're signing players for? You think Mamouche is coming to sit on a bench? Come on. McAtee was poor. I totally agree with that. And even Pep said it tonight. Good luck, Kyle Walker. Thank you so much for your super chat, mate. Appreciate that as always. Your support for this channel is amazing. Evening, mate. Any updates on Victor Hayes? Is he coming? It should be this month. Does Walker leave and goes into to pay extra to get him now? I think that's why they always were going for him. Because he can play right back. Pat was with Luke earlier. Look at Steve there, jobbing you in. Did you get permission to go on another channel? Did you sign that waiver form?
I did, but unlike you, you just bollocks to your archives.
Don't, because people are going to start.
You're a new age City fan now, mate. All you do is just worry about right now. You don't care about the past.
Kel's a great win. See the kids score. Yep, they did well. I'm still in the camp of I don't think McAtee was good tonight. I know that's going to shock a lot of people, but he wasn't. Play McAtee versus Brentford, no chance, mate. No chance. AC Milan is off, potentially. Yes, they are. Evening Matt thought O'Reilly was very, very good. Kyle Walker is an illness. It is, Nick. Say it twice and a lot louder, mate. McAtee is good, but not at City level yet. Listen, people are not going to like the McAtee stuff, but we're going to be honest. Hat trick, very, very impressive. His overall game was not good. And that's not me being a hater. That's me being honest with it. Hat trick, very, very impressive. Bit like Lampard and Gerrard. Right place, right time. There, Johnny on the spot. Give him all the props in the world for that. Does it mean he should start Brentford on Tuesday? No. Deserves, you know what? He deserves a proper send-off, but he won't get it. He won't get it. He will not get it. Walker's absolute club legend. He should get it, but he won't. FIFA will make Walker an icon because he said he wants to finish. He's not, mate. He's going abroad. The hate is driven guy out, sadly. And I warned him this weeks and weeks and weeks ago that this was going to come to an end like this, and it has. Hello, Julia. How are you? I hope you're having a lovely evening. KDB captain Ruben needs his energy from Maya. Stop it. Stop it. It was a great win. Big up, Ed. Ed, if you want to come on, let us know. I'll throw you the link. Nico has a very nice game. Happy he got his goal. Yes, I know about AC Milan, mate. If you only the end of the stream was live looking up. What? I don't get it. I don't get that. I don't get that. If only the end of the stream was live. Look up.
Your angle?
I don't get it.
The end of the last stream with Luke.
Oh, right. Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
Now I get you.
Luke, I was trying to be quiet about it. Don't.
Right, we're going to go into this tonight. We are going to go into this FIFA on this. Good evening to the best team in land in all the world. Come on, Blue Heart. Big up from America, Martin McAtee. Not a great performance, to be honest. I feel like I'm doing him a disservice. The guy scored a damn hat-trick, and I feel like I'm doing a disservice to him. Doku was outstanding today. But you're going to have a problem, Kelster, in a minute, and I will explain all this very, very soon. I've already accepted McAtee's leaving. No percentage of my people will twist you up. Yeah, they will. What do you think? I thought Divan Muramba was excellent today. Proper old-fashioned striker, and I loved it. Absolute unit of a man. Pep will sell him 30 million McAtee. We'll get into it in a minute. I promise you we will. Bernardo can take some of Bernardo and Foden's minutes. Minutes of what, though? What kind of minutes are you talking? Because I don't think he's going to want 10 minutes. McAtee wasn't good, but after his first goal, he was good. Watch my moves today. He was a baller. That's your problem, Alec. That's your problem. Who was your man of the match? My man of the match was O'Reilly, Doku, or Nunes. I'm surprised no one's talking about Nunes. I thought Nunes was exceptional today. I thought Nunes was driving forward like he was at Wolves today. I agree with you on the referee, by the way. I like Nico good at left back. Imagine how good he would be in his actual position. Should have been given more chances last 2 months. I agree with that. Left LB stream for you. Oh, thank you, Massum. You don't have to do that, though, mate, but I do appreciate it. We're all one love. What do you make of Mateus? I thought he was exceptional today, Lee Gates. Thought he was really good, Mateus Nunes. Ref Tabot O'Reilly caught my eye. Very good. Get Walker on the pitch at the Chelsea game. I don't think he'll be here by the Chelsea game. Could Walker leave and help City get a top title? They wanted the wages. They're already in negotiations, Louis, with one of his replacements. Those are complicit in hounding Walker out. Shame on you. I totally agree. Pep is look. Now, this is spot on from Julia. Pep is looking at McAtee's overall play, not his goals. Hence his comments after the match. Evening, Peter. How are you, mate? They should have got a red fan ball. They should have got a red for that tackle before one of the goals. I think it was the first goal. Pat is a Mancunian way legend, deserves to respect. Hey, shut up, you. Doku's man of the match. Fantastic.
First induction in the Hall of Fame.
The look for your missus. You should have been at least. Stop it. Hey, it hasn't driven him out.
It'll take forever to live that down.
Performances caused by age. No, the hate has, mate. He's not leaving because of performances. I know that. He's leaving because he's been hounded out, mate. He wants to leave the country. Wants to leave the country, Lewis. Come on, let's not overshadow this and pretend it's nothing else. Some in the fan base have hounded this guy out in the English media, hounded this guy out the country. I do genuinely believe that as well, Lewis. I believe McAtee's out the door. Maybe he's actually will get a couple of extra mil. We'll be up for the space too. Don't you worry. Thought Nunes was superb. I thought Nunes was superb as well. Doku is still learning, still young, which is scary. What he can be. Grealish celebration like he's leaving. Grealish is going nowhere. He'll be going in the summer, not now. I think anyway. Don't know anything on that. I think Grealish will go in the summer, not now. McAtee, tremendous performance. It's all opinions. I disagree. Players have to accept rotation as crucial. If you're not happy, go. Don't need a backup striker anymore. Why? Why don't you need a backup striker, Ked? Just explain that one to me, mate. Doku will be on the bench once Bob back. There you go. Remember, show character and fight, scoring 1 goal. He did. Keep him. Let me ask this question. Would you sell McAtee to Arsenal? I'm going to star that and come back to it, Blue Art. I will come back to it. Mamouche is walking into this team. Why are we signing all these young lads when we have an EDS with similar ability? Well, this is my question, Pardo. This is my question. Hugo Larson, I doubt they're not going to let us have 2 players out. He was amazing today. Look at him. Thought Doku looked sad. He didn't get him out of the match when going off pitch. And yeah, Nunes was good. Doku was crossing, actually finding he was. You know what? Doku was a lot more composed with his finishing, his ball playing. Nunes was playing for Alan this evening. No, because I know what Alan will say. It's only Salford. It's only Salford. You know that's what's going to come out. But anyway, good evening, Pat. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. Yeah. Got to say, it's been a very fun, eventful sort of morning. That was just good fun watching that, seeing the young kids play and actually look like they were enjoying themselves. And yeah, I think all around a really fun day. And enjoyed watching Giggsy being a miserable sod on the sidelines for 90 minutes. It was great. I really enjoyed it. Can't discredit too many people in the squad, and it looked like a good turnout. There at the ground tonight. So yeah, all around, I'm happy with what I saw, and looked like it was a good night out for everybody.
Yeah, really good. I'm just going to bring Ed in. Good evening, Ed. How are you, mate?
How everybody doing? Sorry I can't be on camera right now, but I hope everybody's buzzing right now after a few wins. We got this transfer rumors.
I don't agree with that, Pardo. I don't believe it. I don't believe he's brought racial abuse and all that onto him. No, I don't think any human being brings that onto him, Pardo.
And let me just say this thing about Walker, right? Like, I know people are stuck on what's happened recently with him on and off the field, but you got to think about all the times he's given us, all the memories he's given us. Just sticking to on the field, he's been a great right back for us. All right, let the media, let rivals say what they want to say, but stick behind the player.
This guy Martin is really angry a lot. How am I angry? Sorry, Andrea, can you tell me how I'm angry? Andrea, sorry, how am I angry? I don't know whether it's my voice or what. I'm not angry at all, mate. Mate, this is
Andrew,
not
I'll do you a favor. I'll let you know when he's angry.
I have a very deep voice, Andrea. I can't help that. It's my Mancunian accent. I can't. I'm 42 with a deep voice.
If you're looking for an ASMR channel, this isn't it, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, angry. Hello, Sports Talk. How are you? People have been very hard on McAtee. No, listen, I don't think anyone's been hard. Right, well, let's get into it anyway. City won 8-0. Sorry, I'm just getting up the score details. I'll give you the overall thing of the game. We won 8-0, which is absolutely remarkable. We had 70% of possession, basically, 20 shots to Salford's 10 on target, 2 on target for Salford. A City have just dominated possession all over the shop, dominated everything from attack to defence to everything. City have just absolutely dominated. Like the total passes, we doubled their passes, doubled their accurate passes, nearly doubled backward passes, doubled nearly forward passes. We basically was pure domination, which I understand it's only a League 2 team. I understand that. But obviously, the biggest surprise was the lineup. Edison was back in goal, which is lovely to see. Went with the back three of Simpson Puza, Nathan Ake, and Nico Ryler. Mateus Nunes, McAtee, Gundogan, and Grealish. Savinho and Doku with Mbama up top. On the bench was a who's who, because I bet they talked about that on the TV when I watch it back. Akanji, Haaland, De Bruyne, Foden, Gavardio, Kovacic, Lewis, Bernardo Silva, and Ortega. And as we know, Akanji and Nathan Ake did a half each, which was planned. It was pre-planned going in to do a half each. Kovacic came on for Doku and Foden came on for Savinho. Salford went with Young, Garbutt, Tilt, Shepherd, Ashler, Bikoe, and Nogo, Farna, Lund, Akadulkun, and Kusa in there, starting 11. Obviously, with Carl Robinson, former Oxford, and wasn't he, I'll get this right, wasn't he Milton Keynes manager? Or have I dreamt that up? Yeah, but I will do, Kelly. Give me 2 minutes, I'll get you, I'll send it you. I'm sure he was MK Dons. Don't all jump at once there, guys.
No, this is your problem. You solve it.
You're on about my pronunciation.
What?
You're on about my pronunciation.
Of what? Robinson? God, if you're butchering that, I got nothing else.
No, I'm not butchering. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, just so you know, I'm just looking now. Someone's put Fabrizio's post. Omar Mamouche and Man City almost there. Understand Man City have direct official talks with Eintracht after the game today. Club optimistic. Talks are very, very positive. Official bid to follow as a formal step. And then City convinced to seal the deal next week.
Martin, it's okay if I talk about, because I did watch the game today.
Yeah, Kush Camp.
The Frankfurt game.
Yeah, I watched the game today. And the one thing I noticed that these are the things that I feel like can translate to our team. Because today they were kind of more possession basis because the opposition they were going against in the Bundesliga. He's very tidy on the ball. He's good in small spaces. Even when a lot of people are around him, he doesn't lose the ball. He can still maneuver and push it up the pitch. And his movement in the final third is really good. Like some people just have, how like, I'm not going to compare him to Haaland because that's not fair. But you know how Haaland just finds himself in the right places and somehow the ball just finds him. Marmouche is kind of like that in the final third too.
Yeah.
And I agree with a lot of people saying that, he's going to be like the Alvarez for us, but he's a better fit in midfield than Alvarez was. Because we all felt like he was okay at that role, but I feel like this guy is more natural midfielder than him too.
Ed, when you say he's playing the final third, are you talking along the lines of, say, like his arrival in the box, like it's like for example, like Gundogan, for example, like he knows how to read plays, he knows how to arrive in the box at the right time to receive a ball. That's really impressive.
Yes, like
that's always something we're looking for.
Yeah, he's always trying to find his space. He's always trying to see where he can, because he wants to score. And you see that with people that want to score, right? They always want to get into the box. I know a lot of times we've been talking about that too, right? How Haaland's the only one in the box. Yeah. Or we have some people up there. This guy is going to try to find a way to get there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and And even like in midfield, he played a lot of good through balls today too.
Nice.
So he's a good player. Now, I'm not trying to hype him up to the max, but I can see some things that could make City want to get this guy.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing that, because Martin tried to force me to get up at 1:30 in the morning with a clipboard to try and do with a clipboard, protractor, and compass to try and do all the bloody analytics. So I appreciate you doing it, mate. He's just,
LB did it for you.
He's just making it difficult. He just makes
I
things
convinced
difficult for us,
LB to do it.
Yeah. He asked me for my angle, and I was like, no, thanks.
Well, this is where we're coming to, Cade. Let me just do the Salford stuff, then I promise we'll come to the Mamouche and Kyle Walker stuff. Mamouche, this is the problem that I think McAtee, you said we don't need a backup striker. It's exactly what Mamouche is going to be, but he'll also play in behind the striker on either wing as well. I think we're going to be, this is where the McAtee stuff's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on, where he goes with it. I really do think it's going to be intriguing.
Martin,
I need to do this, then we'll get rolling. Buff Daddy.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to. Sorry, mate. Yeah.
We just do this. Buff Daddy has gifted 10 Mancunian way memberships. Do you just roll your eyes at me?
What?
You just roll your eyes at me, sunshine.
Yeah, probably.
I do apologize that somebody.
I'll do it again because you like even numbers. So there you go. Yeah.
He's gifted us 10 memberships, mate.
I'm not rolling my eyes at Buff Daddy 1. I'm rolling my eyes at you. Thank you, Buff Daddy.
Thank you so much.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
And he will be happy today, will old Peppy boy. But thank you so much. And if you have received a membership of Buff Daddy, please say thank you. It's the least you can do. Thank you so much. There you go. Big up to you. McAtee will replace KDB. We'll see.
I was just going to say before Martin was, do you think there might be a little possibility we may in the next season or the coming years we might start seeing a bit of that old? Remember that old 3-5-2 that Pep wanted to play before Mendy got injured? When he wanted to play Jesus and Aguero up front? Do you think we might see a little bit of that? I mean, I'd like to. Don't know if we will, though.
Potentially.
Because when we had it and it clicked, it was unstoppable.
Because Andrew, I'll say, I've not watched the game today. I know LB did, and Andrew and a few others have. They said Mamouche was unplayable today.
Wow.
No, you could tell he was the best. He was the best player on the pitch.
Yeah. So if he's the best player on the pitch,
Hello.
he ain't coming in to sit on a bench for James McAtee, with due respect. This is what you got to be careful of. I was talking to Tone after the game, believe it or not. And I said this.
Yeah, big up Tone.
I said, O'Reilly, McAtee, everyone's had a really good game and everyone's going to go biggie up and don't. But the trouble is, you cannot sign 5 players in January and then demand the kids to play at the same time and City whack out 200 million quid. Ain't going to happen. You are too late down the road for that. If Simpson Poozy was the answer, he wouldn't have signed the 2 centre-backs. I know that's hard to people, but you have to accept it and move on. Do you think they're trying to get a CDM in if they thought O'Reilly was going to be the answer? You can't have this both ways. You cannot expect the kids to sit on a bench because, with all due respect, and I'm going to say this without, they were amazing today, but it was League 2 Salford.
Yeah, I've been adapting your train of thought the past couple of weeks.
I'm not trying to take away. They were amazing today. I'm not saying they're not.
They're solid.
But Kushinoff is not coming in to sit bench for Simpson Boozer.
No.
We've
Do you
got
think with Tuesday he'll be loaned or will he be sold?
Yeah, you know,
he'll be sold.
The trouble is you've got 4 wingers now. You've got Doku, who was electric today. Grealish, who improved today. Still, I still think he leaves.
A good game.
I still think he leaves at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You have got Savio. You have got Oscar Bob. You have got Echeverria. You have got Mamouche coming in. Tell me where they're all going.
Well, I think it'll be a logjam until the summer, and then some people will leave.
But with Sims and Pusey, you can already tell that we've done this before with other young defenders as well, actually just young academy players, is in about 2 or 3 years' time from now, we're going to have some big midfielder or some big attacker come in, and we'll look back at Sims and Pusey and we'll go, thank you for your service, but your £10 million that we got from some club, from a championship club or from some club in Europe, is part of the reason why we're able to get the next big midfielder in, or big 10-year player into our squad. So he's just going to become a piece, an academy piece that'll help us. They'll help us, one, with PSR, and number two, to get a big player through. That's just how it is. Same with Harwood Bellis. Same with no, I was not going to say Eric Garcia because he was free, but yeah.
Palmer.
But, there's plenty of other examples. So yeah,
Noah wouldn't sell to Arsenal. If he's going to go anywhere, not Arsenal. Arsenal, mate.
To back up to what Pat was saying, I think out of the most recent crop of academy kids that'll stay, it seems like it'll be Oscar Bob, and then we'll see from there. Because if we had Bob, Rico, and Foden, like that's 3 pretty good academy players that are
I don't want to
start guaranteed, and Bob is
told,
probably going to be soon.
I don't know how reliable this is. The reason they were comfortable with the Cole Palmer stuff is because they had very big expectations on Bob. Bob
I've heard
was
that
the guy
too.
they were looking at, and they were like, this is
Again,
the guy.
I don't want to hype players too much based on small sample sizes or oppositions, but you look at Nico O'Reilly and some of the roles that he's done, and when he's been asked to play for us this season, he hasn't necessarily let himself down with his performances. He's been consistent, or at least above average, in every single time he has.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
League two, but he played such a versatile role there. At some points, he was playing left back. Some points, he was playing an additional number 6. Sometimes he was moving forward to offer extra assistance to midfield, and that. I think there might be a window for him in the future where he could come in and be possibly like City's X Factor player, that utility player, the one you need to put in to play out somewhere because a player's injured, or a rotation piece when we're playing every 3 days over Christmas. Like, I think there's a window for him where he could just come in and there'll always be some sort of role for him to play throughout an entire season. So again, age on his side, so we got plenty of time to mold him into the player that we want. But I think he's proving that he can become a very, very versatile footballer.
Also, he was good at the Spurs too, and he played the full 90 there, I believe. I thought he had a good game there. So out of people, O'Reilly. So out of the ones who've like taken their chance the best, I would say between him and McAtee, I think O'Reilly's taken his chance more than McAtee has.
Well, where does O'Reilly get into this team though?
I don't think right now there's too many bodies, but if we clear some out in the summer, there might be a place.
No, I said right now he's got time on his side, so he can just take any minutes that are given to him.
Maybe alone,
but he's showing his versatility. He's showing what kind of similar to like what they've tried to do with Nunez this season, where they try to put him in the 6, they try to put him in midfield, they try to put him on the wings. Nico O'Reilly is sort of following that into like a utilitarian role. Now, if he wants to pursue more game time in the future, that's fine. But right now, I just think when he's given the opportunities, he hasn't let himself down.
Yeah.
So where's O'Reilly's best position for you?
I don't know, because he's consistent every time he's been asked to play in different positions. But he is a natural number 6, though, isn't he? He's a number 6, isn't he?
He's a number 6.
Yeah.
So it would say this season's a learning curve. I agree.
Yep.
Why are you looking at bringing in a Douglas Luiz then, or someone like that?
Experience, probably.
Then what are you doing with Rodra? What are you doing with Kovacic?
I don't think Kova's going to be here long term.
Again, it comes down to age on his side too, because how old is O'Reilly? He's like 17, 18.
But they're not going to stay around. This is what I mean. They're not going to sit for a year and a half on a bench.
Yeah.
By the way, you signed Douglas Luiz. He's not coming in for 5 minutes.
Yeah, but then for that reason, if we could line him out,
loan him out.
Then the game time is then at least he'll get the game time. But then you do hope that the experience he's got from us, he'd be able to bring that back whenever he's asked to come back. Yeah,
but this is the problem, and this is what I was saying a tone afterwards of is people want to spend 300, 400, 500 million quid, but then want to play the kids when they impress. But the trouble is, the kids ain't going to sit around and wait for somebody who's on a 5-year deal and you spend.
No. I get that. I'm just saying. Compared to other academy players, I think there's a path for him at City. Whether he goes now, I think if he does get loaned out, I think that's probably, as he gets older, that will be the smarter alternative. But unlike other players where like they've tried to come back on repeated pre-seasons and they end up just getting loaned out, repeatedly get loaned out, or they eventually get sold, I still think there might be a pathway for Nico O'Reilly to actually get him to actually make his way into playing for Manchester City for a long time.
So it was like I said, I mean, like Andrew, that's fine. I prefer Nico to Douglas Luiz. That's fine, not a problem. It's whether the club do.
Yeah.
The problem you've got is
I think that might be more the case when Pep's gone. I think we'll start seeing more academy players after Pep. So I understand the philosophy of like wanting to win now with Pep and not play the academy kids, but Khaldoon did say he wanted like a lot of academy kids in the starting 11 in the future. So I think that might be a post-Pep thing. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah, like I said, O'Reilly was playing at left back, but you've got to give Guardiola and Ake.
Well, all depends on.
And by the way, I'm not trying to be thingy. I'm going through it all because this is what people are not looking at. Is you look at the bench today, it was all our first team. You're about to add Kushinov. Then after this Vita Hayes guy. By the way,
well, one of them will replace Walker.
But this is why they want them now. They're not negotiating for summer. They're paying extra to get them now.
They can bed them in this season to be ready to go next season. Where I think over the summer we'll get rid of some of those players. Like I think like Walker seems like he's leaving this window. Yeah, I expect Stones or Ake to leave over the summer. One of the two of them.
Yeah,
I just feel like and so that then there's the 2 slots for those 2 players we just bought, and then they could spend 6 months betting in.
No, I agree. I'm talking about how you get our youngsters in.
Our youngsters, well, O'Reilly, he's like the utility guy. So if Bernardo leaves, he could theoretically, in theory, take that slot. I don't think Nunez will be here long term, so that's a slot that would be free, even though Nunez doesn't play a lot.
You think we're going to sell Nunez and Kovacic in the summer?
I think one of the 2 of them, yeah. Because they're who was it? Somebody had a quote after the game saying that Nunez is exploring wanting to leave, along with Walker. I don't remember who said it. I think it was. I don't know the name. I'm really bad at the journalist names.
Yeah, and listen, I'm saying I have no problem with. The thing is, I need to get this right. I have no problem with any of the kids playing. Do it, but you can't spend 200 million and bench those.
Well, I think O'Reilly's different than the defense. The defenders that's like a different situation.
I think Martin, what I'm trying to say is that, and that's the reason why I'm only pinpointing Nico O'Reilly, because I think of all the academy players that played there today and what's been coming through over the last 12 months or so, I feel like he's the one who may have an opportunity to make his way eventually into the first team as a regular, or at least a squad member. He's got time on his side. He can go out and get loaned for 2 straight seasons if he wanted to. I think there's just time for him, and I think I get the sense that there's a little bit of a project there, and as Andrew just said, like Pep just said, Pep said that he needs to believe that he can play the number 6 role in the future. So there's potential for this guy, and I think we can take all the time we need with this guy, and if he has to get loaned out, which I'd prefer him to do, because he can stay at the club for all he wants for the next 5 years, but if he's only going to get 10 to 15 games a season, then not to be. Ducky, I know I feel the same about Jacob Wright, but they just don't want to. They don't want to give him the same opportunities they've been given to Nico O'Reilly. It's a weird one with that. It's like higher.
Don't they rate him really high? Or am I hearing that wrong? I think
I read that. They rate him highly. They rate him highly based on their talent, but they're just not rating him highly by putting him on the pitch. That's the problem. That's the double-edged sword right there. So
yeah, but those, like you said, Nico and Jacob Wright, they're both pretty young. So I think, but like somebody like McAtee, I think has no future here. I think he's going to be sold this window. So that whole conversation doesn't apply to McAtee or Simpson Pusey. Those two don't look like they're going to be staying. So
yeah,
it'd just be like 2 academy, but it's always been like 1 academy kid kind of at a time. It was like Foden, and then it was nobody for a while, and then it was Rico showed up out of nowhere, and then Oscar Bob last season. So yeah, there might be room for like 1 more.
Like if you look at Pep's comments today, he said this on McAtee, by the way. Special talented player, generation of Morgan, Palmer, Delap, Romeo, Jaden, etc. He was the main player there and captain and a City fan. Nico Riley, he can play in the middle, outside both sides. Nico played for the first time in his life at left back. He has conditions to play holding midfield, but maybe he doesn't believe he can play this. He's another talent, trust a lot. Then he said, I'm not denying how happy I am that he scored his hat trick, but he can play a lot better. The first half was not his best. Which tells me Pep was not as impressed with McAtee as some of the fans.
No.
Fans are looking at the goals.
I think the goals covered up. He had no impact whatsoever until those goals.
Mm.
It was kind of like the Spurs game too, where he was kind of quiet in that game too.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about now, Blue Art. I'm talking about now. And the problem is they're going to buy more in the summer. They're not just going to buy now and stop. They're going to go again in the summer.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but players love to leave too.
So if Kovacic goes, people go, well, we want to replace him with Bruno. We want to replace him with whoever. But Bruno Guimaraes ain't coming in, sit on a bench for Nico Riley.
I think if you sign, I think there'll be like one midfielder they sign for that. Like there's like one opening spot, in my opinion. Like I think it'll be either Bruno or Ederson or
But again, Martin, as you said, that we're not. I'm not alluding to Bruno being on the bench for Nico O'Reilly. What I'm saying is that even at this age now,
I can hear you now, mate.
Yeah, even at his age now, if he keeps at this trajectory, I think there will be an avenue for him to get into the squad. I personally believe in the next couple of years he has to go get loaned out. But I think for me, he's showing the opportunity that he's doing what Pep wants of nearly every player in that squad, to be versatile. When he came in the preseason, like Kel and I watched him, it's just like we thought like, okay, this guy's meant to plays the number 6 for the academy. Is he going to do number 6 things? No, he was versatile. He was moving around everywhere. We scored a couple of goals and things like that. He showed a lot of potential, a lot of promise. Again, preseason's a small sample size, and we take it with a pinch of salt. But from the opportunities he's been given this season, he has impressed. He's at worst, he's been above average at the absolute minimum. And for a 17-year-old kid to be able to do that and show that he has some sort of an upward trajectory, then the right thing to do is to get him out there and hopefully he can find the team or find a club that he can be loaned out to where he can still move constantly on that upward trajectory. And then when he gets to that senior level, if he still wants to play at City, if he wants to compete with the best, he wants to compete with the best in Europe alongside him as teammates, then I think he has to be given that opportunity. I think after Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis, I think I would say he's nearly a shout to be the next in line in terms of an academy player to be given an opportunity and given that opportunity and hopefully grab it. So I'm really optimistic about him. Anybody else in the academy, I'm not sure yet. Maybe too early to call. Who knows? Maybe there's other players there that possibly could tread on his toes, who could maybe come through the ranks a bit faster. Jacob Wright's mentioned. But we'll just have to wait and see. But I think
Pepper said
he's just showing good potential right now.
Well, he said we have 60% of players injured. That is the problem we have. That is why we're trying in this market, and the next one, and the next one.
But Pat, to your thought, I think it just comes. No, I was just gonna say, I think it just comes down to Pat, who we bring in the summer and their ages. Right, because if we bring in some more young players, then that's going to be in the same time frame as him. So it just depends on the people we bring in for those positions.
Yeah. Listen, I would love the kids to be given the go, especially after today. But what I know, and this is exactly what me and Tone said after the game we said, today's game, result and performance are going to blind everyone into what's actually really happening. Yeah. And I knew it would. I said it would.
I was happy with the performance, but I realize it's just one game and it's against,
it's one of them. I've said this all the time.
Happy to see him win, but it's
like, because I was like this with Taylor Howard Belly, so I was like, yeah, he's going to be amazing. And he is good, but he's gone. Everyone's forgotten about Echeverri all of a sudden. For some weird reason, Echeverri has dipped out of everyone's memory.
He's is he 17 or 18? I don't remember.
17, 18, but we're about to spend 40 or 50 million on an 18-year-old Brazilian.
We're going very young. Going from 30 to 18. 34 to 18.
Sit there and say And Echeverri, mate, you know, but again, Echeverri wants to play next season. People want to buy Musiala next season. People want to buy a Bayana next season.
I think I've given up on
way. This is what I mean.
Would be
Fans
redundant.
will always go whichever the wind blows at the time. And then when the new shiny toy comes in, everyone gets excited again.
The only one I think that we'll be chill with is it seems like Marmouche is kind of like an Alvarez replacement, and we did never replace him.
And they're about to spend mega money. They're talking 50, 60 million quid they're about to drop on Marmouche.
Yeah, he's
that's still less than what Sky Sports was suggesting. They'll talk about like 80 million euro plus.
I think
Ed's summary of him today was very good. That got me very excited.
On appearances.
So thanks for that, Ed.
Now listen, look, I agree. Until we see them and we know how good they are, we'll see. Because right now, I was looking at it, at the whole squad, of what we've got, and I was literally going through it all.
16-2.
Where the hell is it? I just had it up.
Oh God, are you getting LB's spreadsheet out?
No, I'm not doing that. we were there till 4 a.m. the other day with that.
Dude, those late night streams have been fantastic.
Hamza, Ake, Diaz, Gavardio, Rico Lewis, John Stones. So there's 6. You're about to add 2 more. There's 8. Simpson Poos is 9. Then if Stones go, do you add somebody else in? So you're at 9 already.
Stones
then
isn't going
into midfield. Oscar Bob, De Bruyne, Doku, Foden, Grealish for now is staying. Gundogan staying for now. Mateo Kovacic, James McAtee, Mateus Nunes, Rodri, Savinho, Bernardo Silva. People want to add, and I'm just going to throw this name out as a example. Douglas Luiz. Yeah, so then that gives us about 10 or 11. Then we're into the forwards. You've got Mamouche and Haaland now. So, and that's what we've got to be careful. Listen, we'll go bigger squad. I'm down for the bigger squad. But I think Simpson Poosey will be all right. And I think what you two have just said about O'Reilly will be all right because they're only 17. The tricky one we're going to have issues with, for me, will probably be McAtee because he's 22.
That's why I think they'll sell him this month. Today just added some money to it.
With the buyback, though. I'd only sell him with a buyback. I think we've got to do the buyback.
Well, we do that all the time.
Yeah. It's not a Palmer situation. I think we have to give him a chance to thrive somewhere else and then an avenue to come back if he does thrive. So
yeah, because if he thrives somewhere else for 2 seasons and we clear out a lot of like the 30-year-olds, there might be a place for him in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was going for with the academy kids.
See, the thing with McAtee is I'd like him to go somewhere like, say, Germany, for example. I think he'd do really well there.
Oh,
but the problem is with the Germans, they will not allow a buyback clause. If they buy a player, they want to know that they can have him for the length of their contract. No opportunity for another club to try their previous club to take him back.
No, we're not going to shut the academy down. It's how we make our money. FIFA.
Yeah,
I know. That's what I hate about PSR is it's kind of forcing us to sell all the academy players. Like I'm getting a bunch of crap from a friend of mine. He's like, you don't have any. Why doesn't Pep develop talent? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, the system literally incentivizes them to sell the players.
Yep.
But this is what makes.
And our academy's top of the league at the moment, so there's going to be a bunch of them out the door in summer.
Let me ask you a question. Can you hear me, Ed?
I'm here.
Yeah. Do you know what makes me laugh? You listen to Arsenal fans now. None of them are saying develop the youngsters. They want to go and spend 200 million this window, don't they, Ed?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it just comes back to that nostalgia, right? Like how we feel about Phil Foden. We want to feel that about the other youngsters we do have because, like you say all the time, Martin, we're kind of a different fan base. We're an emerging fan base. And you still have those people that want to see our youngsters develop and come through. This is how it was in the past. I just think, and to go back on Kel's point, I don't think it's a for sure thing that after Pep leaves, we're going to just – not try to keep on winning and wait to develop players from the academy. I think what you're going to see from Viana is that we're going to go for the elite of the youngsters while still having experienced players to win titles.
Well, I didn't mean it quite as like we're just going to stop buying players and go strictly academy. I just meant like we might see, instead of Pep betting in one academy player every 2 or 3 seasons, maybe they'll push for one every 1 to 2 seasons or something like that. Just like a tiny bit more than Pep. Not like to the extreme of we're not going to buy players ever again and just use our academy. I didn't mean it that way.
See, I tried to do this, Dash, about a month and a half ago, and I got told off. It was too soon. So in about a month, what I'm going to do is at the end of Jan, when we know where we are player-wise, we will do a squad builder.
Ooh,
when all the numbers are up, you will all go. And you will seriously be like, when we're looking at 35 players. Because I'll include all the academy kids. Yeah. I'll do it all.
Oh, Martin, just use your whiteboard. Just use your whiteboard.
I don't have a whiteboard.
Oh my God.
Well, so explain your background then.
No,
explain your background.
Stop, Phoebe. You can't just scrap PSR, mate. It's a rule of football. You can't just scrap it.
You haven't got a whiteboard. Explain your background then.
That's my white, because my green screen is not working fully at the minute.
So it's your whiteboard. No, you didn't finish your sentence. Was that your whiteboard? You got your magnet. You got your magnets and your
You know, we'll say, by the way, I want to talk about Diva and Bamba, because I thought he was very good today.
He had a good game.
Gritty, gutsy.
I liked it.
Had a go. Yeah.
I'm like, man, give Holland a couple.
Did anyone
old school striker vibes? Didn't you? You got old school striker vibes.
Like Alan Shearer when you're watching him, like, oh my God, he was just heading everything, barging everyone. I just thought he was great.
He was really wanting Edison to go and smack the 70-yard balls out to him. Like he was trying to put himself in a position where he was trying to ambush like a single defender marking him. Like he was having a go.
Of course, there's need. They're about to splash 60-70 mil on Mamouche, mate.
Mo was saying that he's not really a striker, though. So do you think he might be used as a false nine?
33 G&A already this season.
I can tell you, Kels, I was watching him today, and he's going to fit perfectly fine.
Yes.
He's going to fit perfectly fine.
Mo is salty because he's joining City.
No, I asked him if he was going to buy a shirt. I might send him one of the fake ones.
No, I actually rang Mo up last week, and I was like, what kind of player is he? He was like, he's not going to fit City. He's not going to fit
City. Yeah. Okay. He probably wanted him to go to Liverpool. Also, he was accusing me. Oh, I was a little mad at Mo earlier. He said I was stealing LB's talking point on something. I'm like, what? No, I have my own thoughts and opinions. I'm just copy LB.
Yeah, Mamouche shouldn't come back to be a back six. No, he's not. And Bama was excellent. Yeah,
tiny little pick up there for $1 million.
Mamouche is an all-round player. The trouble is Mamouche, Luke, who do you drop? Because if you're going to play him as a winger, because if we don't play him as a backup striker, you play him as a winger, are you dropping Sabio? Are you dropping Doku? Are you dropping Bernardo? Are you dropping Oscar Bob when he's back? Are you dropping Grealish?
Martin, I'm about to go, so I just want to give a talking point to this, and appreciate for you guys for having me on.
Yeah, mate.
I think we're going to see the start of KDB and taking a back seat. You might see Bernardo get some lesser minutes now. I think Pep is going to, I'm not going to say they're never going to play. They're going to still play in big games, but I don't think we're going to see them play 90 minutes consecutively like they've been playing for the first half.
So the actual transitioning them out. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah. I like it.
But like people said, hey, Samuel, Mamouche is probably left-sided forward. Agree. Are you going to drop Doku on that performance today?
Doku, I think, earned another chance. Because I think Doku he needs to earn his place a little bit. He's struggled a bit. And then Oscar Bob's going to have to earn his spot too. I don't think it's just going to be given to him.
See, I like
competition will be good. It'll bring out the best.
It's going to be exciting. I'll give you that. Because the one thing I will say today, I saw that Grealish out of all the first teamers, you could tell there was people about to walk through the door. Because they all suddenly
lit a fire under some butts.
Nunez suddenly upped his game up. And I'm like, because I turned to my lad and I went, you can tell we're about to drop 200 million because they've all gone shit. My place is up for grabs. Which I suppose is a great thing, actually. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pep is now going to get what he's always said he doesn't want. He's going to get a headache. And he's going to get knocks on his door. And he's going to get badders. And he's going to get moaned at. And he's going to get... Pep is going to have to come away from being the nice guy now. Pep is going to have to be an arsehole at this point now. Because he can't play friends anymore. Because they are going to moan at him. They are going to knock on his door. Live with it now. You've chosen this. You wanted this road. If Pep Guardiola comes out in 6 months and says, oh, they're all knocking on my door and moaning, telling you better not.
Well, also, I think one thing we've been missing in that run we had was when nobody else was available and they had to keep, because people were in and out because of injuries and whatever, is the lack of competition was allowing players who weren't performing to keep playing. And so I think that'll be a lot better once we get these new players in, because people will have a fire under their butts and they're going to need to perform if they want to keep their spot.
Yeah, by the way, I know you're saying Club World Cup, Andrew. Don't forget, we probably won't be in that next year or the year after.
No, probably not.
No,
it's going to be every 4 years, I think.
Yeah, but we won't be. You've got to be a winner of the Champions League. We may not win it this year. I don't know.
Oh, no, it's good. I think it's a 4-year tournament now, because notice how far back they're like Chelsea went and they haven't.
Yeah, it's every 4. Yeah, every 4.
Yeah.
So that's just this year, and it won't be back for 4 years.
Yeah, that's a bit more positivity, Martin. Come on, I'm sure we'll win a Champions League in the next 4 or 5 years.
I think it's based on coefficiency too.
Oh yeah, for qualifying, that's true.
I mean, like Blue, and see, this the other side of it. It was only Salford, and I didn't want to do that, and I'm trying to keep away from that at the same time. This is why these games are so very hard to judge.
No.
No, it's hard to judge because Salford are not a good team.
Yeah, I think for these type of games, you more want to see the fire from the players. You want to see the players still take it seriously, still keep it professional.
Yes, yeah, that's spot on.
And to not have like a hiccup, like Brentford, what happened with Brentford.
That's fair comment.
So I think this was a lot of ways what Kels was talking about. Okay, Doku, you say you want to get some minutes. Show me you want some minutes. Grealish, you've been sulking. Show me you want to be out here. These are the games for those. O'Reilly, you want to stay here. These are these type of games where those players have opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Now, Mamouche will be at AFCON in 2025. So December next year.
And the other guy, the Uzbek guy, he'll be at the Asia Cup.
Oh, well, there you go then.
Oh, Kuzhnov, yeah.
So we'll have 2 players out next winter. Because isn't Asia Cup at the same time as AFCON? I think it is.
Roughly. They usually sort of overlap at some point. Yeah.
Well, I think it was Amos on Twitter said that Uzbekistan has qualified the past 4 Asia Cups, so they'll likely qualify.
Uzbekistan people may sort of discredit because they're sort of a little bit unknown when it comes to football, but in terms of the Asia Conference, they probably sit behind Australia, Japan, Korea. I've got to go blank.
Isn't Iran pretty
Australia,
good
Japan,
too?
Australia, Japan, Korea, UAE, Qatar, and they're not too far away either.
I thought Iran was pretty good because they keep qualifying.
Sorry, Iran, Iran and Saudi Arabia.
Can I just talk? I mean, I'm not sure. Ed, you drop when you need to, mate. Don't worry, but unless you are still there, you can still join in, mate. Thought Doku was excellent. Like I said, Doku. I thought the first 20 minutes, it wasn't. I think second half he really come alive, Doku.
Yeah,
he was good in the first half. Thought second half he absolutely lit it up. Thought he lit it up and he started running at his man. And what I loved about Doku today was he was so composed with his crossing. He was actually looking up. He was spraying the ball nicely to his man. And I thought he was a lot more composed with the ball. Lovely finish on the goal. Obviously, I didn't know at the time it had been saved by the keeper onto the post because it was the other end of the ground. We just saw it at the back of the net. I just thought Doku was lively. Nunes driving them balls forward. Lovely assist for Umbrema. I don't know how you want to pronounce it. That was again.
That was a
He
great
has
goal.
done that a few times this season. Then he got his goal, obviously from Doku. Weird today because Grealish got a goal and assist. Nunes got a goal and assist. Doku got a goal and assist. And we've been moaning about goals and assists all freaking season.
Wait, Nunes scored? I don't think he did. Did he?
Nunes scored. Oh, no, it was O'Reilly. Sorry.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No, but you know what I mean? You've got Nunes assisting, Doku assisting and scoring. And so all these people that we've said aren't scoring and assisting are actually stepped up today.
Yeah. I think the worry is that in the Premier League, our second highest goal scorer after Holland is Vardy.
That was it. Yeah, Nunes.
I think that's the issue. Because in the Premier League, it's like Holland 15 goals and then Vardy 4. It's like, oh, we need some more goals in the Premier League at least.
Yeah. See you on the Spaces, Ed.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. Everybody have a good night, man. And
bye,
you too, mate.
It's
Cheers,
great
Ed.
to be a Blue today. It's great to be a Blue.
Yes. Every day. It's always good to be blue.
But this is, I mean, I said this. I thought today was very, very good. We've also got a big up Edison that saved towards the end with his thigh, which was a good save in the end. Do I think he gets his number 1 spot back? We'll see on Tuesday night. I imagine it's going to be Ortega, more than likely. We'll see.
I think we need Ortega starting right now because we're just not like the defense is having so many problems that we need the better shot stopper.
Yeah, I mean, it was lovely to see Akanji get only. I love the way Ake and Akanji only got 45.
Yeah,
KDB never got on. We'll say, thought Foden looked
Bernardo, Rico, all rested.
Thought Foden looked a bit more excitable and ready to go a little bit.
I wanted him to score so bad.
I thought, like I said, I thought
McAtee
took his goals superbly.
Yeah. You know, that celebration they had on the third goal was great.
Oh,
when Foden was like laying down with him and they're both on the ground, like laying down. And then the camera panned on the TV. Yeah. You didn't see this. It panned over to Holland on the bench and he looked so excited for McAtee. It was really awesome to watch.
Well, you know, do I think he was amazing? No, I thought he took his goals amazingly.
Yeah.
Do I think he's done enough for Brentford? No, I don't. I think he'll be back on the bench for Brentford. And that's the problem. It's Pep doesn't look at the goals, he looks at your overall performance.
I have the same. I totally agree with you on that. I thought he was very quiet and I didn't really notice he was on the pitch until he scored a goal. He wasn't doing very much.
Pep? I bet Pep thinks this. I bet Pep would rather have McAtee played a blinder and assisted everyone than scoring the goals.
Totally.
I can just imagine Pep going, I'd rather you assisted and got going in the midfield than scoring.
I agree with that. Totally.
Because it's a Pep thing. It's just so Pep. Pep, like I said afterwards, great for the goals, but I've seen you play a lot better than that, mate. So imagine what he says to Ireland. Seen you play a lot better, mate, but he scored that trick.
Wow. I think we only expect goals from Holland. We don't expect anything else.
I think
it's fine by me because he's damn good at scoring goals.
I think Pep's got high standards to McAtee. I think his standards to McAtee are up there. I think they're way up there with him. But listen, only McAtee can sort this out himself. But if we do sell him, we have to do a buyback. We have to have a buyback in it. 100% for me.
Yeah, hopefully. Well,
I have got a question, Pat. I'm going to come to you on this.
Yep.
Where was you at with Grealish today?
Decent performance. I mean, it's nice to see him go in the midfield, something that seems to have lacked for a while, something that we sort of wanted for a while as well too. But Grealish did very Grealish things, kind of reminded me a little bit of like what he did at Villa. He seemed to have a little bit more. He seemed to have a bit more freedom in the midfield than he has when he's ever been playing out in the left. Just did his usual things. He was looking for fouls. He was getting fouls at the right time. You know, I mean, he was unlucky not to score the goal that led to the penalty, but he still put it away nicely. He looked for the first time in a while. He actually looked kind of comfortable out there, and I just hope that he can sort of start showing, start playing a little bit more like that, against stronger opposition. Just looking a bit comfortable, looking like he looked like he kind of enjoyed himself out there today. So I felt good. There wasn't really anything that I sort of was, shaking my head about anything he did. It just sort of played a good, consistent game, and he can walk off the pitch with his head held high, given it's been a bit of a rough season for him, and you can go from there.
Who cares what Pep thinks? He's the manager, mate. Who cares what Pep thinks?
Oh God! Did you just wake up from a coma after Istanbul? We have won a final since then, so don't worry.
Well, why are you going all the way back to the Chelsea one? Why are you going back to Porto? What are you doing that for? Good night, mate.
Pep has also won us like 17 trophies. So what?
Are you not a Pep fan? For Pep, goals don't matter. The important thing, exactly, that's the thing. Pep doesn't give a monkeys about the damn goals.
Except for Holland. I think that rule applies to everybody except for Holland. Like Holland is the only person on the entire squad who can get away with just scoring goals.
See,
that's his job.
I thought Grealish did okay. First half he was a little bit. I know he got the assist for the Doku opener. Thought second half. I mean, the penalty, you could tell with the penalty, it meant a lot to him.
Yeah.
And people say he wasn't celebrating. Trust me, he was.
He's been getting a lot of crap online for not scoring.
You saw the loving that he got off all them players. And even the bench, I've seen it afterwards, the bench, even Pep was over the damn moon. Haaland was over the moon. It was like one of them, thank you.
Yeah, it was good to say.
Which is nice to say. Again, is it enough to save him? It's all on Grealish now, what he has to do to move forward. He's got to continue that and get better and get better and get better. Do I think he was perfect today? No. I've seen him play better, 100%. I don't think it was one of his better games. I saw him play better in midfield against Forest. Again, I will look at the opposition. It was only Salford, and I don't mean that in any disrespect. But I thought Núñez was better in the midfield than he was today. Yeah. And I'm going to be honest about that. But it was nice. He got his goal and everything else. But I have seen him play a lot better. I'm just saying, Simpson Pooza, I thought he did everything well. O'Reilly, again, for left back, thought he was very, very good. Took his goal amazingly well. Someone said Jack Grealish was so poor. I wouldn't say he was poor. He won the penalty, and the assist for bloody McAtee's hat-trick was a good pass. So he wasn't poor. I think you're being harsh on that one. You're doing the Doku versus Grealish debate again for some weird reason. You can't be
solid. He had a solid game. Could have been better, could have been worse.
He had 2 assists, let's not forget. Where do you Mamouche would fit?
What do you think?
He's got to be the Alvarez guy.
So are you dropping Foden and Bernardo or KDB for him?
Well, Foden Alvarez played last season with Holland.
Yeah, but you got KDB as well.
Well, then it's KDB.
He plays across the
anyway, he's likely not going to be here this summer.
You ain't dropping the entire midfield. You're dropping everyone game to game. Again, he's a versatile.
That's for me. He's
a versatile player. So with him, because he's a versatile player, it's always one in, one out. But it's not going to be the same player, which is okay.
I think like Bob, Savio, and Doku are the ones who might get the shaft more than Foden, KDB, Marmouche. That's just my opinion, though. Like, I think Oscar Bob's going to have a hard time getting minutes.
Yeah.
Like he is. As that injury just came at the worst time for him, but
I know.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna have a lot of players, but
Pep raves about him. Pep absolutely raves about him.
Bob, yeah.
He's got bugs.
But we do have a lot of games, so hopefully. But at the end of the day,
look at that preseason. Oscar Bob was playing.
Like I think Bernardo's
playing further forward than Haaland.
Like Bernardo's been played way too much. He definitely needs some rotation.
Well, he did. Got rested today.
Yeah, but he needs more than just one game. Well, Haaland needs more than one game. Yashko needs more than one game.
See, I've this bet all the time. Mo Salah don't get rested. Mbappe don't get rested. Can anyone name me a top club who rests down their striker?
I I think Mbappe he'll get rested against some of the lower teams in La Liga.
Yeah, he got a game, but that's it. That's what I'm saying. Haaland's had his game today.
So is that all he gets for the rest of the season? Like he's gonna need more. He's played so many minutes this season.
Why
like
Alvarez played,
but
that's why Alvarez played in the midfield last year because he wasn't dropping Haaland.
Well, Marmoush might be better suited to that than Alvarez. So
because you got to remember, you start dropping Haaland too much,
yeah,
then you have got the problem.
I think he's the undroppable out of Foden, KDB, Marmoush, and Haaland. Haaland is the most undroppable out of those four.
Listen, I this is the thing, and I've always said this. What we want when we say rest out 4 games, have a rest. Players do not want that. Players don't mean that. What they mean is play me 60 minutes, take me off, and rest me out the next game. But then I'm back.
That's why I was surprised we were so academy heavy in the starting lineup because we've only been playing every 7 days. I thought we'd still go into this quite strong.
It's like today, Bernardo's on a rest. You don't play Bernardo Tuesday against Brentford, Bernardo will be going.
Oh, I see. I think he absolutely will play on Tuesday. I think like Doku and Grealish are the ones who will probably get benched on Tuesday. Like Bernardo will play. I think Foden will play. He'll start, and then Savio will probably start. I have a feeling Foden might have to be. He might be on the wing again, whether he likes it or not.
See, Martin keeps Savio left, Foden calm, Marmoush right. So what does Doku then have to do to get in the team? This is the problem. This is what I'm saying.
I know it's gonna be a quandary for sure.
It's a nice problem to have. It really is. But this is why I always say be careful what you wish for when you go spending. With all due respect, either KDB, Foden, or Silva will be benching Marmoush.
I don't think Foden will be. I think it'll be the 2 older players because they will just start phasing them out eventually. I agree. I agree with that on that.
Yeah.
Long term, like I think certain I know they're not coming to play on a bench, but I think they'll understand it for the first couple of months. You know what I mean?
25 though. It's not 27. It's 25.
Conte.
No, he was saying, what did he say? Marmoush is 27. 25, Marmoush.
Yeah, he's 25, isn't he? I don't know when he turns 25. Did he just turn 25? Do we know? I haven't looked it up.
I think he's 25. I don't actually. Was it January? Is it January?
You know what? I'm going to look this up.
Sure.
Bardiol's in January, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, just to let you know, someone said Mbappe got arrested. When is Mbappe arrested? 17.
Oh, he's been taking all of his France duty off.
He's literally, I'm just looking at it now. He's missed 2 games due to injury. Hamstring injury and a muscle injury. He started every other game and played nearly 90-odd minutes in every one.
Okay, Marmoush is February. He'll be 26 in February.
See, this is what I'm saying. I think
that's the right age profile to bring in, though.
Salah doesn't rest for Liverpool. Top managers don't rest your star strikers. That's the
this is the kind of game for Haaland to take off. I would say after this, no more.
But I'm telling you, if we were playing Liverpool or United or Chelsea today, they
would have all played.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else on Salford before we move on to the breaking news of the evening?
I'm just happy to see a win. I mean, hey, we're 4 games unbeaten now. I think we're making a comeback. So I'm just happy. I know it's just Salford, but I'm happy with the win and I'm happy with the performance. Yeah, I'm just all positive for me. I can't really think of any negatives from that game.
Class of 92, class of 92 are miserable. I'm happy.
I'm not talking about France, Ivan. I'm talking about Real Madrid.
I hate that club, so I don't watch him. So I guess I don't know.
Like I said, Ivan, he's played every game for Real Madrid in the league, apart from 2 due to injury.
But I would imagine he takes some of the cup games off. But I guess I don't know. I should ask a friend of mine who's a Real Madrid fan.
It's totally wild because I'm looking at it now and a lot of the strike. It's like Mamouche. Mamouche has played lately every game. because he's their main guy. It's a weird one. Strikers are one of them people that just don't get rested. Right. Anyway, were you fancying the 4th round?
Another team. Let's get Plymouth. Whoever beat Brentford today, I think it was Plymouth. Yeah, let's get them. So that way we can play all these players again.
Pat, who do you want?
I'm just making sure that they won. Oh, I want Leeds away.
Oh,
they beat Harrogate 1-0. Yeah.
Oh, but you want Leeds away?
I mean, I'm making it sound like as if I'm going to go to the game, but I think Leeds have gone down. The least we can do is still get an Ellen Road this season.
I want Exeter away. I just want to go to a real shitty ground.
that would be fun.
Or Stoke away. That'd be fun.
Oh God, especially if it's on a Tuesday night. Hey,
Coventry away. That's a good one. Coventry
Yeah.
away is a good one.
Who else is? Well, you've got Leighton Orient and Derby County got postponed today, so that's still an option. And then later tonight, here you've got Hull playing Doncaster. Doncaster would be an easy day out, both in terms of commute, commute and opposition. But yeah,
Rags away. No,
but I mean, like just getting up to Yorkshire would be easy.
yeah.
United.
And then what are the remaining fixtures tomorrow? No.
I
was going to say Palace play Stockport County, but I expect Palace.
Hold on, Doncaster, Tamworth, Tottenham, Arsenal,
Blackburn. That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
Palace,
Not too far up the
Stockport.
road,
Come on, Counter. Ipswich, Bristol Rovers. I don't want to go to either of them because they're both shit.
Hang on.
things to get
Monday, Millwall play Dagenham and Redbridge.
No,
Millwall again.
Yes. Go on.
I just really want to see a Millwall West Ham.
Tamworth after they beat Spurs. You've got.
Oh no, West Ham got eliminated. Never mind.
Stoke on a cold, wet Tuesday night.
Yeah, exactly.
Andrew wants Blackburn because he wants to take 9,000 fans to Ewood Park like we always do. I know why you said Ewood Park. You want to take 9,000 there. Stop.
And another 2,000 on the hill.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't on the hill. I was in the away end. So to you. I wasn't on the
got
hill.
the tickets. Yeah.
I was on the pitch at the end of the game. Naughty Martin.
Anyway, I make up for it by going to Saudi Arabia.
I'm living in
Istanbul.
Ipswich. No. Right, let's get on to the other news. Has been confirmed now. Kyle Walker has requested to leave the club. It looks like it's going to be a free. Pepper's confirmed it. He's going to leave. Now, there are different messages on that today. Some of, how do I put it? Some think he's running away.
Oh yeah, I saw some of that. One of it was from a United fan though, so who cares what he thinks? What I saw at least.
I'm not gonna lie. I think some of it has been a bit over. Has gone over the top.
It has. I agree.
That's just my opinion. One thing I want to do is I want to thank Kyle Walker for everything he's done. The guy has been a legend for Manchester City Football Club, and he deserves the accolades that hopefully he will get. You know, hopefully they give him the training ground pitch and everything else. He has been a legend for the football club for me. He's been at Manchester City now for 8-9 years. I think
6 titles.
A long time. He's won a Champions League, a Club World Cup, 6 Premier Leagues, a Super Cup, 2 FA Cups,
4 Carabaos.
I'm not finished yet. Why is this doing that? Why is this doing that? What's he bloody doing? Oh yeah, 4 League Cups, 2 Community Shields. The guy has won every single thing that he can within the game. Everything within the game. For Manchester City, he's played 319 appearances in the league, 6 goals, 23 assists. He has made 54 appearances in the Champions League, 1 goal, 1 assist, including a spell in the goal where he kept a clean sheet.
That was epic right there.
So,
forever.
yeah.
That was my favorite Kyle Walker moment, I think.
Yeah, so 319 in total, 212 in the Premier League, 4 in the Community Shield. The guy who's done everything, 26 appearances in the FA Cup, 20 appearances in the League Cup. The guy has been a legend. And I just want to say thank you for all your service. For me, I think he's been outstanding. It's sad the way he has been driven out the football club. I hope to God he finds happiness, and I hope he gets his life sorted out off the field. And I hope he has, whether it's AC Milan, Bayern Munich, whoever he goes to, I hope he has an amazing year, 2 years, whenever he signs. He could easily have sat down for the next 18 months and collected 200 grand a week at City. And he didn't want to. You got the hint last week when he refused to take the captain's armband off KDB, because he has read and he knows everything that's been said, including the racism, including the Osama bin Laden stuff that was made
Absolutely
up.
Awful.
Yeah. But this is the sad way. I don't think he deserves to go out the way he has gone out by our fan base. It's sad. He won't be allowed to go out in the way he should go out. We're not going to get to say goodbye to him. It's probably the best thing at the moment. Yeah, the goal line clearances in cup finals and community and everything else he's done.
Vinny, pocketing Vinny and Mbappe.
Yeah. Vinny Jr. showing him who his daddy was.
And Mbappe.
It is what it is. It is what it is. I just want to say thank you to him. I don't care what he did off the field. I'm not the morale police. Show me someone who has never made a mistake in their life, and I'll show you a liar. All I cared about is what he did for Manchester City. Don't care what he does off the field. Ain't my business. You know? I ain't bothered. He's not breaking laws. Well, people say he is, probably he is, but he's not like, you know, what goes on in his private life is his private life. Let that be. No one deserves racial discrimination. No one deserves death threats. No one deserves anything what he's got. He's a footballer who for 12 months, 16 months, he's probably not been great. But let's not forget the other 7 years that he's done for City, where he's been an absolute warrior for us. So, thank you, Kyle Walker, for everything you've done. And good luck in your future. That's all I've got to say about it.
Yeah, I'll just add on to that. That's well said, Martin. Yeah, just a young Yorkshire lad who'd come from Tottenham, 2017. It was part of a rebuild, part of Pep's first major rebuild at the club. He came with big question marks with a £50 million price tag over his head. People were automatically criticising him, saying, no, Danny Rose was going to do a better job at Spurs at right back anyway. Well, yeah, he certainly has, apparently. So,
sorry, Pat, I've got to say, listen, Jimmy Grimlich's opinion. He ain't, mate, if you think, so what you're telling me is you want him to stay here and just get abused like hell. Do you really think he's abandoning it? Come on. I think you're listening to other tweets there, mate.
No, he's listening to that United fan.
It was a United fan. But yeah. it was a very well-known City fan who sent the tweet. Listen, I respect. He's allowed his opinions. I don't agree with it. I'm not a morale police. I'm a City fan. If I wanted to be the morale police, I'd have joined, Christ. Well, what is this? Entitled to an opinion. I'm going to go at them. They're entitled to an opinion. I just think if anyone thinks he's abandoning shit.
What is this guy saying? Some arrested? No. That sounds like BS. Sorry.
No, I said that, but could well be running from arrested on
sounds like
arrested. No, it's not him. That wasn't him, Andrew. It wasn't him. I know what you mean. It wasn't him. It was somebody else. He was in the Premier League, apparently.
Yeah.
Reportedly, I don't know, but it wasn't Walker.
Alleged.
He wouldn't be allowed to play football, Andrew. He's going to another football club. You can't be saying he's running away when 90% of the fan base were booing him and wanting him to get out. Come on.
Yeah,
I still to this day remember, like, what was it, 8 years ago when we signed Walker. I'm in a group chat with a Liverpool, United, and Arsenal fan, and the United fan he's like, damn, City just they needed a right back so bad, and they just got Kyle Walker. Like, this guy flipped out when we signed him, and it's always been such a good memory. And he's been a great servant for this club. I've absolutely loved him. Unfortunately, Father Time caught up with him, as it does for everybody. So
and that's all it is to me. It's time's caught up with him.
Yeah, and it's inevitable. I mean, he's still an amazing athlete. I'm sure he's still faster than everybody else, or like all of us watching, like he could probably skin us alive in a race. But, unfortunately, there's a lot of younger players now who are faster than him. And I think this is the right time. And I really wish we could give him the send-off he deserves, because I think he deserves a really big, great send-off, because he has been such a great player for our club. He was part of that big turnaround when Pep got here.
Listen,
Centurions and everything.
Names on there. There's people's names on Alex Johnson's list there that have been a bit naughty themselves. And they didn't get hounded out.
Yeah. I think some of us were frustrated with how much playing time he was getting when it was clear his performance wasn't up to par. And a lot of us probably didn't know how to express that properly. I know I'm one of them. I'm sure I said a bunch of crap on Twitter. But I always tried to keep it about his performance. I don't care what he does outside of football. That's none of my business. But yeah, I am sad to see him go. I wish it had ended a little better. If he had left after the treble, that would have been a great sign off for him. But he didn't.
Not being funny. Did David Beckham get a nice send off?
I don't remember.
Yeah, look up the name Rebecca Luce, everyone. Tell me about David Beckham. Tell me about Wayne Rooney. Tell me about John Terry.
Well, I hope we bring it. Okay, maybe we'll bring him back. We'll bring him back in a couple of years and give him a nice.
Let's have a chat about Phil Foden. Oh, we're not allowed.
Iceland stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. What we do is,
I'm sad to see Walker go. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Hey, a fit young woman, and it's we all make jokes about that. So how come Ruben Diaz can have jokes about his sex life? Kyle Walker gets hung, drawn, and quartered over his.
Well, joke's on Ruben, because I think she's older than him anyway. But look, as I was saying before,
you know what I mean? Do you think Phil Foden went to Iceland and was a good boy?
With people we won't name.
Look, I think it's not fair just to dwell on one or two negative things when we can go through almost endless list of amazing things that this player did for us. Came in, you wanted to be part of this massive project that Pep and City were interested in. I'm sure there's many other right backs in the world that we probably could have gone for, but the best manager in the world, one of the greatest managers in history, saw something in Kyle Walker that he saw that this guy could take us to another level. And we saw it straight away. The partnership, the Yorkshire partnership he had alongside John Stones. Those two you could tell those two just got along like a house on fire. They talk like as if they knew each other since primary school. I can tell you my personal experience. I got to meet Kyle Walker in Houston only a few weeks after we'd signed him. He was nothing but an absolute gentleman, a bit good banter, a bit cheeky and things like that, but a good all round guy. And the way he spoke to some of the younger fans, particularly those of under. Of a much younger age than us too. He always had time for them. He was always a good man. There's so many amazing memories that I think of that'll last with us for a long time as well. We can look back with a bit of laughter and fun about keeping the clean sheet against Atalanta at the San Siro. The way he would run, the way he tracked back against Vinny, the way he tracks back against Mbappe. The way we'd even used to laugh the amount of times he'd try and bomb forward, and then he'd either cross the ball straight to the first marker, or he'd put a ball into row Z trying to hit it from 40 yards out. Like, you shook your head, but you moved on because you knew the chances are, 30 seconds later, you'd be chasing down some rapid attacker and take the ball off him and just, recycle the ball straight back to Edison. We go on and attack and probably score again. So, and he did that countless times over 7.5 years. So why should people sit there and be critical just because he's had a bit of a downtime right now because of things that are happening off the pitch, which is forcing him to have bad times on the pitch. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to dwell on those things, because at the end of the day, for me, there's so many memories of him being the best right back that the Premier League's ever seen. And not only that, on top is that he's immortalized himself because he'll be known as the first player to lift the 4-in-a-row league title trophy. He'll be the one who lifted the title to be world champions. He was there. He was there for City's greatest achievements, and he should always be remembered as that. And I think it's so unfair that he is being treated this way. I think it's such a shame that he has to leave in this manner as well. And I think we just need to look on the great times that we had with him, and hopefully his sort of legacy as a footballer, what he did on the field, will help bring through the next generation of young right backs or right wing attackers that come through this club. Because I think the sooner we can learn from his achievements, the sooner we can actually take a step further forward and become an even better team and have even better players, and just makes his legacy even greater.
We did it earlier, Wandler. We did it earlier on, mate. You saw the one that came out about Mamouche an hour ago. We did it when it just came out, mate. Listen, I understand people may go, he's got kids and everything else. Listen, it is what it is. I've got friends who have got children who have been through mistakes. I didn't stop being the friend. You know what I mean? We got to be careful there. Like I said, I'm not the moral police.
Just remember him with the gloves.
Yeah. But what people do, like Pat's on here, what Pat does in his private life is his private life. Do you know what I mean? I don't sit there and go, what do you do on a Friday? What do you do on a Saturday? It's what it is. I'm sorry. People don't like that. I'm a football fan. I'm not the moral police. Yeah, I'm not asking to go and have a drink with him. I'm not asking to go and have a meal with him. I'm not asking to be his best mate.
I would actually low-key love to go have a drink with him.
He might be an
sounds
asshole.
like a riot.
He might be an asshole, but at the end of the day, let me know you as a person. I don't know him as a person, so I can't make judgment. I don't know what went on in their relationship. I don't know what goes on in someone's relationship for them to make decisions. Because you've only ever heard one side. I like to hear both sides of a debate. Then I can make an informed decision.
Yeah, I know we don't like to. I know everyone's like, ooh, Gundogan deserves a statue, which I know he won't get. But if Gundogan is in a conversation for a statue, I think Walker should be too.
Hey, at the end of the day, I'm going to put it this way. My parents were not originally together. They were both married before. So are my mum and dad scumbags? Come on. You got to be careful what you're saying here. I have stepchildren. You know what I mean? Think about it. Let's not do this moral police shit. I have 4 children. They're not all biologically mine. Does that make my missus, Come on. Let's work it out a little bit. There's not many people now who get married to somebody and are still together 50 years later. Trust me, not in 2024. Somehow, if you are there, good luck and well done to you. You are amazing. But trust me, I know more people who are on their 3rd and 4th bloody relationship than soft Mick. Because that's the world we live in now. Yeah, I've got half siblings. I've got a full sister. I've got half sister. I've got a half a brother. Not half a brother. I've got a half brother. Do you know what I mean? I don't know what it is. Jesus, what they like it right back. This is my thing. Honestly, what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to start vetoing everyone who comes on the channel. What's your life like? Have you been married for 20 years? Have you got a ring on the finger? Have you, did you have sex before marriage? Did you do this? I'm going to start asking everyone. Jesus, the amount of moral
no polls in the chat. No polls in the chat about who's our next six going to be. It's like, what's your marital status?
Yeah.
But then you only have to pay £1 for membership.
Imagine if it come out tomorrow, KDB's a swinger. My God.
What?
Imagine it though. No, I'm saying is
he does assist a lot of people. So yeah.
Hey. KDB a swinger. Where's Tone when you need him?
Yeah, but could you imagine it? Like, bloody hell, they'd be like, no, get him out the door.
Yeah.
One of them will be at right back, I've got a feeling.
Yeah, isn't the Brazilian guy supposed to be I don't know how to say it. Rice, that guy. I heard he was the right back.
Alec Johnson, big up to you, mate. I've been with my missus nearly 20 years. Never cheated.
Whoa, this is turning into a gossip stream.
Exclusive. Martin says KDB's a swinger. That's going to be on Twitter in an hour. Martin
no. You're like, don't at me.
Right, we're going to close up on these. Dar, sorry. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships earlier. Again, if you did thank him, please thank him now. Very, very generous of you, mate. Thank you. A1M, thank you for renewing your membership for 19 months. You are a legend, sir. And Luke has renewed for a 5th month. You are a legend, meaning one thing.
More than you believe. More than you believe, I'm happy.
My wife does good food. There you go then. Right, that's the end of it then. So we're in the 4th round. We will be back on Tuesday. There's going to be a watch along on Tuesday on Big Up of Brentford versus Manchester City. And then we'll do post-match afterwards.
I'm off on Tuesday, so I might.
So we'll do the watch along on Big Up, and then we'll do the post-match afterwards as well. I want to say a massive thank you to everyone who's joined in. There is going to be a Twitter space. I am a little bit late. I do apologize. I know I am late. It's my fault. If you can help your channel, smash that thumbs up. It really, really does help your channel. We are, and I will give you a live update, 144 away from the big 5K. If you can go and give it a lot of help, that would be amazing. Excuse me. Yeah, big thank you. I did do a little YouTube short before the game outside the stadium talking about the lineup. We've got 128 likes. There's 200 and odd of you here. Give it a big thumbs up. Let's get to 200 at least. Keys in a fishbowl. Exactly. It's what Pat does all the time. In deepest, darkest Peru with his marmalade buddies.
I don't like driving on the side of the road.
Entitled. Who's entitled? Kyle Walker. KDB swinging. Great show. Thank you, mate. Neymar has more. Whoa, Spartacus. We're not doing that one. I ain't reading that out.
That guy did make 100 million.
Did anybody see for the year of 2024, Neymar received over 101 million euro worth of wages, and he played a total of 42 minutes.
Now that is not work. That's
how you
work harder, work smarter.
If there's any breaking news, as in officially signed, we'll come back Monday. I don't think you'll hear anything now till Monday. On my moon show and other things. There will be a space now where we'll chat more about the game. Big thank you to Kyle Walker as well. So we'll see you all soon. You are all legends.
We are confident on Marmouche, though.
Am I confident on Marmouche?
Are we? Just checking.
I will say 100%.
Ooh.
I'm not even going that yet.
I hope so. Because I was messaging Mo earlier and I was like, I didn't get ahead of myself.
You don't have to hope so. Yeah, he's done.
Oh, cool. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm excited.
You know what? Screw it. I'm going to say it live on air. I don't care anymore. We're not out of this title race.
Oh,
There we go.
5 in a row can be done.
I'm gonna make it. If we win the title, I'll do a YouTube video.
We're not out of this title race. I am telling it live, record it, whatever you said. We are not out of this title race.
Oh man, if we make a run in this, you know who's gonna squirm like crazy?
Everyone.
A certain leopard in the tree. That guy.
You know what?
He's going to lose his mind.
Sit your back. My oil club is rising again. Oil prices through the roof. Petrol prices through the roof. Keep filling your cars up. I want a DM next. And you never know. A little Brazilian who enjoys his pasta may very much land on these shores.
Oh.
Well, that could be anyone. Well, that one out. Oh, bye. Take care.
I think
I'll see you over in the space in a minute. 20-1. Get on it. 16-1 now.
Yeah, throw some money down. Why not?
You know what? Here's my predictions this year. City are innocent. City win 5 in a row. Good night. See you later.
Yes.
Let's go.